Welcome back to Radio Taiwan International. You're listening to Geek Out. What's your cup of tea, tickles your fancy, or floats your boat? Join us as we share passions from people in Taiwan and around the world. I'm your host, Michelle Chang, and today in the studio we have Teddie Liu.
Hi, Michelle.
What are we geeking out about today?
So today I want to talk about my experience as a Taiwanese study in Bangkok.
Yeah.
Because I think that's quite unique.
Yeah, not many people, well, some people, but not many get to leave the country to study elsewhere.
Right.
So yes, everyone's experience is very unique. So first of all, when did you go to study?
2018, like I got through the program from a university in Taiwan, so I went on an exchange program in Bangkok.
Oh, that's
because
cool.
I really wanted to. Because like I think back to high school, I'm quite interested in South Asia culture.
Yes.
And then I was planning to just enroll the university in Thailand, but you know, like my family, they were like, why you choose Thailand? Why don't you go to other country?
That is an interesting thing about like, well, my history is a little bit different, but as far as travel goes, they're always like, why do you want to go to Thailand so much? This upcoming trip that I have in November will be trip number 5. And I try to explain to them, but it's hard to explain to people who've never been there.
True. That's true.
Right? Yeah. But you went for an exchange program in college for how long?
For a semester.
Okay.
Because my parents, I mean, my whole family, they didn't want me to like actually enroll to have a degree there at first. So I would just do exchange first.
Okay.
Because before that, I never been to Thailand, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
So that was my first time. I didn't know anyone there.
Well, that's very challenging. So good for you. That's
Yeah,
brave.
I like to challenge myself.
Yeah.
That's why I decided
I think
to do that.
everyone should kind of to break out of their box to,
Right.
you know, go overcoming obstacles and, you know, facing things you've never done before is actually helps you grow as a person, in my opinion.
I agree about that. I mean, like, it's really easy to travel to different places now, like at like this generation. So I really feel like I have to stay out of Taiwan. I mean, no matter where. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Taiwan is great though. We love it here.
Yes,
Just
it's
saying,
good.
We love
It's
you,
good.
Taiwan. Okay, so you went. How old were you when you first arrived in Thailand?
How old? I think
I'm
I
curious.
was like 19, 20-ish.
Wow, very brave.
I know, right? And it's so funny because like no one in my school actually been to like this university for exchange before.
Okay.
So even the coordinator, they didn't know how to process the application and
Oh,
everything.
okay.
But I really want to go to the university because that's considered the really good one in
Right.
Thailand.
Yeah.
So I actually applied by myself step by step. And I just told the coordinator in the school saying, okay, I already finished. You just have to do this for me.
Yeah, wow. So you took the lead.
Yes,
Love
I
it.
did.
Okay, so you got on the plane and you arrived in Bangkok. Do you remember your first impressions when you landed?
Yes. Oh my God, that's so excited. I mean, I think before that I didn't have many like experience even traveling abroad.
Okay.
So first time being in Thailand and with like everything new to me in front of my face. I'm like so excited. I'm trying to explore everything by myself. And then as a student, I think, you know, it's even different if you're going to traveling there. I think
Oh, absolutely. Traveling. I mean, as a tourist, you're just going to see some sights, maybe eat some food, and then you ultimately have a short-term plan to go home, right?
Right.
But as a person who's moved to a new country as a student or professional or anything, then you're looking to set yourself up long-term.
Right.
So it is a very different experience.
Yeah, it's really difficult for me for the first few weeks, I have to say, because I didn't know anyone in
Right.
Thailand at the time. So I need to figure out how can I find my apartment there. And I didn't speak any Thai then. I mean, a little bit, just basic one, but like you still have to figure out how to find your place. You need to figure out how to enroll and how to communicate and how, I think the most difficult thing for me is like you need to make the connection. Not just
Yes.
with the local people, but also other students from
Yes.
different countries. I think when I was in Taiwan, I didn't have to think about that. But when you are staying out of your country, you really have to do that. Otherwise, you would just be like,
Not only lonely,
Yeah.
but you're going to have trouble because there's a lot of things that other people can help you with if you have a network.
right.
So I'm assuming that the school didn't really set you up with anyone to help you?
They did ask us to register, like, if we want the buddy to help us, like a Thai buddy. But the funny
that's
thing
cute.
is, like, I got the Thai buddy, and he's from other faculty. from engineering
Okay.
faculty, and unfortunately, he's really hot.
Oh no.
But
I love this. Okay.
but at the same time, he is a celebrity. He's like actually a celebrity.
Wow.
So he was quite busy. So he didn't really have time to like help me with
Actually be
different-
your buddy.
Right.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Especially since he was hot.
Right, no, right.
So you had to go about getting your own apartment.
Okay, most of the exchange students stay in this condo, this apartment. You can decide it by yourself, but you have to figure everything by yourself as well. So I just decided to stay one. I didn't stay in a dorm because I feeling like staying in a dorm, it's like really
Limiting.
right.
Yeah.
I cannot get to know other people, so I decided to stay in like apartment. We have a swimming pool, we have a open space, and then so like every week or every day we have party in different kind of rooms.
Okay, I need to explain something for listeners who've never been to Bangkok, Thailand. I mean, my parents have this picture in their head that it is still a very much developing country, and that is really not true. Bangkok, Thailand is actually economically huge at this point. And there are high rises everywhere. A lot of these high rises are luxury, like you say. They have swimming pools and common spaces where you can have parties.
Yeah.
And it's actually quite comfortable. It's very comfortable living.
It's really comfortable. I mean, I quite amazing that compared to the housing in Taipei.
Really, seriously. Because I think it is less expensive still to this day than Taipei, right?
It is really cheap.
Right.
I have to say, like the condominium I was staying in Bangkok, not during the time when I was doing exchange, but during the time when I was studying master there.
Yeah.
I paid the same amount of money as I pay in Taipei, but in Taipei I would just have a small room.
How many ping would you say?
I think 6 ping.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's quite small, but the same amount of money I pay in Bangkok, just like you say, I got a really luxury condominium.
Yeah.
I was living in 18th floor with a view. I have
Oh.
a kitchen, I have a living room, I
Yeah.
have the swimming pool, library, and gym
Right. For the same price of...
for the same price. Right.
Amazing.
But it also depends on the district and area.
Of course,
Yeah,
of course.
yeah.
Bangkok is actually quite large.
Yeah, it's really large.
Yeah, much bigger than Taipei.
Yeah.
When I go traveling, I actually really don't like hotels. Kind of the same reason as you don't like dorms, right?
Yes.
It's limiting because you are staying, the room is nice, the room is nice. But you don't really get to know a neighborhood because the hotel is a hotel. Rather than what I prefer, which is like an Airbnb or homestay, where you do get to know the community where you're staying.
Yeah.
So about the same, I think.
Yeah, I think that's quite the same. Yeah.
Okay, so you found a place. Had you had a lot of Thai food? Were you aware of any of the cultural differences? Was that shocking when you landed?
I did have a lot of Thai food, and
Thai food is delicious.
Yeah.
It's so good.
And I have a lot of culture shock, but in terms of food, I would say that it took me a really long time to get used to the food there, because it's impossible for me to go to the restaurant every day. So I have to go to the food stand or street food.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I wasn't able to eat too spicy at the time.
Well, you were first starting out and coming from Taiwan. A lot of Taiwanese food is not that spicy.
Right. And I was so shocked because everything is spicy at the time.
Yeah.
They put everything like with the chili. Yeah.
Love spicy food.
That's why you like to go to Bangkok.
Oh, I love it. I actually really like high flavor food. And that kind of is what Thai food is.
Yeah.
It's just really punchy, huge flavors everywhere. And that's... I'm getting hungry.
You made me hungry.
Make you hungry. You're getting hungry. Okay. But culture shock. What kind of culture shock did you experience?
In terms of study, because I think back to my high school and university in Taiwan, like I used to like be on time. I have to be on time. But when I was in Bangkok, I was so shocked. I think the first few times when I attending the school, I was like, am I entering the correct classroom? Because I feel like, why so less people?
Oh.
And I noticed that actually a lot of people, like, they are late.
Yeah.
I was quite shocked because like the lecturer already started to talk about what we're going to learn about, and they are already like teaching already.
So the teacher is already teaching.
Yes.
And then people just come in slowly?
Slowly.
Okay.
Yeah. I was wondering why.
Right.
And then after I figured out the reason, because the traffic in Bangkok, it's crazy.
Oh yeah.
That's one of the
is true.
reasons. So that sometimes I was trying to like get to the school on time. It's impossible because the traffic we're gonna stop you from that. It's just like 5 minutes by car, like the distance from my place to the school.
Right.
But once it was raining, so I took the taxi.
Okay.
I was stuck in the road for like 30 minutes or 40 minutes like that. I could just walk.
Oh, that's terrible.
So I think that's one of the culture shock. I feel like, white people, they are not on time. I'm always on time.
Although I found that because I used to live in the Boston area of the United States, and which is very similar to New York, where everybody is always in a rush. Everyone needs to get someplace on time.
Right.
And it is very different already, Boston and Taipei. I think the hotter the weather it gets, the slower people tend to go. Maybe. Is that what it is?
Probably.
Right.
Because I found out it's not only just about Thailand, because I also been living in different South Asia country before. I think
It's
probably,
about the same.
Yeah, probably the same.
I think the hotter it is, the slower people go.
Right.
And it's understandable because if it's really hot, like
Yeah,
today
it's
outside,
really
it's just
hot.
like, oh.
I was melting.
Everyone melt. You can't go fast.
Yeah.
It's too much effort. Okay. So you mentioned that you went first for this exchange, and then
Right.
you came back to Taiwan and and then returned to Thailand.
Yeah, because after I finished my exchange in Bangkok for a semester, I come back and then I went to the military because it's mandatory.
Oh, right. Mhm.
And then after that, I really missed Thailand, and I already have some connection in Thailand, so I decided I want to go back again to keep study, like to get a degree. I actually talked with some professor in Bangkok, and they introduced me some opportunity to get a scholarship. So apply from the university and also apply from Taiwanese government.
Oh.
And I got it, so that's why I decided to go again.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Nice. Well, congratulations on that.
Thank you. I'm really good at getting money from the government.
Yeah. I mean, any chance that you can get money out of the government, absolutely do that.
They actually provide a lot of money.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a scholarship. Actually, they provide the people who want to study abroad, but mainly for PhD degree.
Right.
But because of some policy, they open, if you're studying art and design, you can also apply for the master degree. So
Did you study art and design?
Yeah, I study art and design also from the South Asia. That's why I'm eligible to apply
But I
for
love
that.
this. Governments everywhere should do the same, where they will subsidize to send their students abroad, at least for a period of time,
Yeah.
and then bring that skill and talent that they've learned elsewhere, back to their home country.
Yeah.
And that is a great way to develop it, right?
True. The people who got to send to other country, they can actually bring something amazing or different back to Taiwan and kind
Exactly.
of like mix together to have a better or interesting sort of idea. Later.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I very much support people, as young as they can, leave their home country and go visit, like live a little longer term elsewhere. And that way they become more open-minded. That's what it is.
True. Yeah, I agree about that for
Yeah.
sure.
So then you lived doing your, which one? Master's? You said
Master's, yeah.
right? In Bangkok.
In Bangkok as well.
For how long?
This time was like 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 years-ish. But at first, it was COVID, so I studied
Oh,
my
right.
first
Oh,
semester
no.
in Taiwan.
COVID really messed a lot of stuff up.
I know, right?
Okay, you just
Yeah.
went. Good.
Yeah.
All right, good. 3 years is a long time.
Yeah, it's quite a long time.
So you had a whole life.
My youth.
Your whole
Whole
youth.
youth, yeah.
Not your whole youth. You're still very young. For listeners who can't see Teddie, he looks like he's still 18.
Thank you.
So you're in Bangkok. Tell me about like living there. Like,
I would say, like, back to the exchange period, I spent a lot of time doing socializing because, like, I went out with different kind of people, different students
yeah.
or professor, whatever, because I feel like I need to expand my connection so that I can get more opportunity then.
Yes.
So actually, when I was doing exchange there, I got joined a student association, like Taiwanese student study in Thailand association like that. So actually, I got to know a lot of people, and also got an internship through like a Taiwanese boss.
Oh, nice.
At the time.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was really nice. I was like helping his company for like almost 2 years.
Well, that's why we make networks.
Yeah.
We try to expand all the human resources that we have in
Yeah.
order to reap benefits. I think it's
Yeah.
a lot of advantages become available to you.
Also, like, for your information, I would study graphic design, communication, and design management, like those kind of stuff.
Oh,
mixed together.
practical.
Yeah, yeah, really practical,
That's
right?
actually really practical. I'm actually a fine arts major
Oh,
in printmaking and oil paint.
Oh my
But
God.
unfortunately, this is really not practical. It's very
I
not
know, but I
practical.
love that.
I know.
really love
I just
that.
I did what I really wanted to do. But the problem is then when you leave college, can you really apply the skills you learned to real life? And it sounds like you could.
Yeah. I think my major it consists with different things. Just it's not about just arts. It's about like graphic design, communication, PR stuff, marketing, this kind of stuff. So it actually helps me a lot.
Real life application.
Yeah, and then by the reason actually one of the reason I in love in Bangkok, it's like they got so many places to visit. Our places, our gallery, museum, cultural center, there's a lot
Absolutely.
in Thailand. So I was
Just the
crazy.
buildings themselves are beautiful.
I know, right?
It's I think the government has invested a lot of money in expanding their arts.
I quite impressed by the soft power of Thailand. They really know how to do that, and they have to do it because like they need to get some money from the tourists.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so least favorite thing about Thailand. Any
Least
points
favorite
that any points that you had a lot of trouble with while you were there?
Okay, I think a lot of people agree about whenever we have to deal with something like document.
That's
we
bad
have
in
to go
Taiwan
to
too,
the
though.
immigration thing, office
Yeah.
thing. Oh my God, you cannot imagine how hassle was that. Like, I don't want to remember that. It's like, okay, so for your information, like as a foreigner, you have to go to the immigration office to do the 90 days report to make sure you are still in Thailand.
Yep.
And then pick up the queue and then wait for that. And it was crazy. Can you imagine when I was exchanged there, I'm trying to do that or even trying to extend my visa.
Yeah.
I have to go there at 4 a.m.
Oh no. Oh
wait,
no. Why?
4 a.m.
You just don't sleep.
I don't
You
sleep.
just don't sleep at night. You just
4 a.m. And it's quite far from Bangkok City. It's like 1 hour by car.
Ew.
But it's getting better because this time when I was studying master there, at least they have this kind of online assistant. So you can do the reservation first. So that's better now. It's getting better now.
Okay, so now that we got the least favorite out of the way, favorite things about Thailand.
Favorite thing, I would say design and art thing. Because because I was studying design and art related stuff, so actually I went to be an intern in a gallery in Bangkok. So I got a lot
Which
of
gallery do you?
819 ATT
ATT
19.
19.
Yeah.
Oh, we can
Yeah,
look that
the
up.
name it's like according to the owner's family name. So
Oh.
they made it 819 something like that. Yeah.
Cool.
And it was really nice because I got to know a lot of people from the design art or performance art, anything like this kind of field, and they are so creative and I love their energy. Yeah, so I think that's my favorite thing.
Just the creativity. It's very palpable in the nightlife in the society of just people. Just any restaurant, cafes, you can skip through Bangkok. Just I'm coming from a tourist point of view,
Right.
and just have such a great experience taking in the design of things.
Yeah.
So I absolutely agree.
Yeah, they are really creative. I really enjoyed that. I mean, I actually visit different kind of exhibition, I would say, like every weekend. Because I was student, I don't have to work. Or whatever.
True.
I just go to visit different cafe, different art places, exhibition. I quite enjoy that. Yeah, because I think the spirits and the energy in terms of the design, it's quite different in Taipei compared to
It is.
in Thailand.
So for people who might be considering, maybe students who are considering doing an exchange program or something like that to Bangkok, Thailand, do you have anything you'd like to say to them? Advice?
Yeah, I would say that you have to choose your like university carefully. I would say that's like really important no matter which country are you going. But I think it's better to choose like a really good university, and I think it's good to stay in Bangkok. Don't choose the university too far from Bangkok. Otherwise, I feel like it's difficult to explore the city.
Maybe a little harder to create a social network.
True,
Right.
it's really difficult like that. And I would say go out more.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, I mean, back to then, I actually took a lot of courses, and I also got an internship at the same time. As an exchange student, I think that's a lot.
Yes,
'Cause-
that does sound like a lot.
Yeah,
But if I do definitely believe if you push yourself to, do these kinds of challenges, right? Meet more people, then you only stand to benefit.
yeah.
So
So I just encourage people to go out more, join different kind of events, to mingle, to meet more people. That will be benefit for you in the future one day. You don't know that.
Absolutely. Aw. Thanks for geeking out with me so much, Teddie.
Thank you.
And thank you, listeners, for tuning into Radio Taiwan International. I'm Michelle Chang, and I'll be back next Thursday with another episode of Geek Out.